Today we were actually heading to a local equipment dealership. Dad worked a deal on a brush cutter that goes on the skid steer, so I actually traded an old C-tender we don't use and an old bush hog we don't use for this brush cutter, so we're going to go make that swap and I don't know, possibly cut some brush, I guess. So we've got a brush mower. It's behind us, right? Well, you can't see it. But while we were coming back, we went ahead and brought the skid steer over. It was at the other farm and got a grapple bucket. I'll show you what, we've had this grapple bucket. It's pretty old. I'll show you what we're going to be grappling here in a second. So we've had this skid steer for 7 months, and the door sucks on. Worst door I've ever had. I like JCB products, but that door sucks. Will not shut. Doesn't matter if the window's open or closed. So we are tearing down this fence that was here, putting up something a little bit different. So we're grappling the old one. So we're putting in a new gate. Now you're wondering why do you need a gate at your farm? Well, that industrial warehouse over there, we get a lot of traffic from them here, and we don't really like coming to the shop and seeing a Swift driver spend the night in their driveway. So most of the time they can't read the sign out front that says Brown Farms, and that, or if they can read it, they just don't look at it. And but we're gonna put up a gate. That way they turn around the field, I guess. I think he's ready to cut. So this thing will take down like a 4-inch tree, scrub brush, or weeds. So I think Dad's gonna actually go mow the retention pond in front of the shop. A little bank there, some weeds growing. But we'll eventually have this thing in some brush. We got some scrub brush, undergrowth, multiple rows, that kind of stuff right around my house I want to cut. And eventually we'll go around some fields with it. Hey guys, we are just getting ready to head over to the Farm Progress show. But first, haven't eaten anything yet today, so I'm gonna eat me a white cheddar chicken factory meal. Now you may be thinking, if you're gonna be driving 10 hours to Farm Progress show, why wouldn't you just run to the drive-thru? Well, could get sucked in the price trap of carry-out food, or I could eat this delicious, more nutritious meal that I already have. So, gonna go that route. This takes 2 minutes. I've never stopped at the drive-thru. It took less than 2 minutes to get back on the road. So if you'd like to try a factory meal, head over to factor75.com. Use code BF50 to get 50% off your first order, as well as 20% off your orders for the rest of the month. So Factor is pretty flexible. Since I'm going to be going most of this coming week for Farm Progress show, you have the ability to pause your subscription. So my next box won't be coming till the week after Farm Progress show. So I love that flexibility about it. Now that we're gearing up for corn harvest, I will definitely be upping that subscription, as well as the meal count in my subscription. You have the ability to do that as well in your app. So Factor has been my go-to meal solution, especially while at work for the last almost year and a half now. So if you'd like to try Factor again, factor75.com. Use code BFE50, get 50% off your first order, as well as 20% off your next month's orders. Pretty good. Well, I'm going to eat this, and then we're going to head to Farm Progress show. Maybe not till winter, but that's kind of the purpose of this outfit. Now that thing was not sponsored by anyone other than Brown Farms. This wasn't no YouTube perk. This was a farm purchase. This stuff here, I mean, any kind of lawn bush hog got to cut this. So this is the next day. We are gonna hopefully play around with that brush cutter at some point, but for right now we are cleaning up the shop because, well, it's our annual Chem Consultants field day. Chem Consultants is a company we get a lot of corn seed from, and we've always put out a test plot for them right across the road from the shop here. So basically on the field day, the company comes down, they go over the different hybrids in the plot, and you can actually, as a farmer, go and see that hybrid, how it's reacting in this environment. And then afterwards they have a dinner, and people place their seed orders. Some people just grab a free jacket and eat a free dinner and go on. But all is good. So we're going to clean up the shop a little bit.
We're on this.
Let's put it on my desk. Alright, so it's my turn to run this thing finally. Dad would not give it up the other day. Just a couple days later, we're going to go do some brush cutting. Pretty excited to run this thing. Not bad. That didn't take long. Well, I thought we had a ballistic glass on the front of this, but well, we don't. Yeah. So what happened there was I did have the angle of the mower angled up to kind of push everything down. We went into a bank that I couldn't see, and when we did, like a dirt mound, and when we did that, we hit a rock or a piece of concrete or something. Couldn't tell because it happened pretty quick. But it apparently hit like right there where that hole is. Got a little bit of glass in the floor. So yeah, that did not take long at all. I think I ran this for an hour. Well, one thing's for sure, I really don't like how this window comes out of this JCB. Our cat is pretty simple. Trying to take this windshield wiper apart and pop it off there, but that just seems kind of stupid that the wiper is part of the windshield frame. I think on the cat it was part of the skid steer frame, not the windshield frame. Hopefully this thing doesn't bust while I'm messing around with it. This is not very quick attach, or detach in this case. Yeah, I might need your assistance. Bottom. I think there's a cable that needs fished through that little hole in the center. I don't know the best way to get this old glass out, so I've got it on an old chemical tote. A lot of times we cut the tops out of these and use them for just kind of trash cans. Well, luckily that door fits right on there, so we're gonna put it on there and, well, I guess I'm gonna hit it with a pipe and bust it out. Probably a better way, I don't know. I think this old concrete rake will do. Now we got to scrape off the glue holding this old windshield on here. We got to glue in the new windshield into this frame. So I guess I need to go get a putty knife. So our new windshield came taped in here with foam around to keep from busting. Had a lot of tape residue, so we're just putting this glass cleaner on it, scrubbing it around a little bit, and it seems to be getting her somewhat clean, getting most of that adhesive off there from the tape. That stuff's thick. We put this 3M caulking stuff on here, and well, now time for the fun part where we either screw it up or get it in there. We'll see. Well, we're definitely not glass repairmen, but I think it'll work.
Okay, 20 boards.
No, I was putting the caulking in. I thought you went after them. Just using these to put a little bit of pressure on there. I don't know. Seemed like a good idea. So, one thing people don't realize that don't have a forklift, it's a very multi-use tool. In this case, it's a great workbench. So it's not a real fast process, but man, you can make the undergrowth disappear. So this, we've knocked over some trees. Obviously there's limbs and stuff everywhere, but a lot of the stuff we were going through looked a lot like that, about trees that size. I kind of come up to them. I don't know what the preferred method is. Saw them off about here, kind of try to push them over, and then just set right down the stump. But trying to clear out a little of the undergrowth around here. Dax wants to put a deer blind. The house is right there, so he can come back here and hunt after school, and Kayla can holler out the door and tell him to come inside. Alrighty folks, thanks for watching. I have zero doubt that we did not put that door in. We probably skipped a step somewhere in there, but I think I've put 10 hours on that brush cutter and that door hasn't fell out, so it's still holding. So that's, you know, I'm happy. We got the door fixed, everything's working. Haven't knocked the glass out anymore. I did put a hardened glass door in it, so hopefully we don't have that issue again. If we do, we'll probably be putting a forestry screen or something on there, because that brush cutter is pretty cool. I would say at some point we might end up with a mulching head. I know that's what we really want, but they're expensive, and well, we're not commercial land clearers, so it is what it is. But thanks for watching, everybody. If you would, do me a favor, subscribe to the channel if you haven't, thumbs up the video, drop us a comment, and if anyone's interested, we do have these hats for sale. I posted something about them going to Farm Progress, and I realized a lot of people didn't know we had hats for sale. They are at farmfocus.com. There'll be a link in the description, and yeah, I think we're going to start running some corn here in a couple days. You can't tell from my front porch here, but actually that corn don't look all that bad in the video, but we have some corn that's fairly dead, so we should be having combines in the field in the next couple videos. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.